When sleep doth fail, coffee doth prevail. William Shakespeare. Just kidding. Me. I love coffee so much. Mwah. The caffeinated beverage, the elixir of the gods, the black gold. This is probably out of hand. First coffee of the day.
The trick is, if you put the cream in first, you never have to get a spoon to stir your coffee.
What up, Todd Buddy Dang? Wifey's gone, and I'm out of my first cup of coffee, and there's the boiled coffee inside. So, what do you say? Round number 2? Yes, please. We love coffee. And for a while, I was making a single-serve cup of coffee in the mornings. Sometimes I would make one for wifey too. Sometimes she would make coffee in the mornings for me with this very handy espresso machine that we got for our wedding, and then use this wonderful coffee grinder. But then lately, we have upped our caffeine dose intake because instead of making single-serve coffee or coffee with the espresso machine, we have been making it by the pot. Oh yes, this is a nice one. It's programmable. We can set it up at night. Wife usually does that because she loves me. This is the fancy coffee. This is our daily workhorse. But that's not all. We have more than just those two forms of coffee. I already talked about single serve. So up there we have our Keurig coffee maker. We had a little red French press that we had used a lot. I bought this plastic AeroPress. We also have a little push grinder in here. That we had used before, but that was not as consistent. So in order to make our fancy espresso, we got this fancy grinder. We also have a mocha maker, which is one of those fancy red coffee makers that the water turns into steam, goes up through the coffee, and makes the coffee that way. It's pretty good, but it's a little bit more of a hassle, which is why workhorse and the AeroPress. One form of coffee maker that we don't have is a pour over. This here is cup of coffee number 2. When wifey gets back, we'll hopefully make cup of coffee number 3 on the fancy machine. But we'll see how much time we have. Maybe we'll head up to Starbucks instead. You never know. It's a Saturday. You gotta live life. It's important to enjoy life while you still can. Smell the coffee, take life one step at a time, etc., etc. It's so important we put it on the ball. Clearly I've had too much coffee already. But down the hatch. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. I just love the smell of coffee in the morning. This coffee. We already had the coffee pot. Now we're making the fancy coffee.
There is Jay's white mocha.
Woo!
Is it good?
It does. It is.
It does?
It does.
I'm gonna make myself a vanilla cappuccino, and I'm going to put some dusting on top. If you're on a budget and you want to make yourself some coffee art, you can just take some like cocoa powder or nutmeg or cinnamon and cut a piece out of paper.
Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, I like cappuccinos, they're so foamy.
So foamy, so frothy, so tasty. We like it.
Sex time.
Starbucks time.
Hey, babe.
We're all whispering. What?
Yeah, why are we whispering?
What?
We all know you're gonna get a white chocolate mocha.
Yes.
What do you think I'm going to get?
I think you're gonna get a white mocha with non-fat and half the sweet.
Gross. Terrible guess.
Are you gonna get a pumpkin spice latte? PSL?
No. Welcome to Hi. Can I get a grande white mocha?
A grande white mocha?
And a tall soy latte with 2 pumps vanilla.
You said a tall soy latte?
2 pump vanilla.
There's no way I would have guessed that.
Oh, I know. We got our coffee.
I want to leave you with this last bit of advice. Remember to always take time to smell the coffee. Perk up. Espresso yourself. Remember to stay grounded. It's always better to be latte than never. And remember to always take life one cup at a time. That's it for today, folks. Thanks. Bye!